Today we are going to say about this characteristics of our agricultural and horticultural commodities. So our agriculture commodities or horticulture commodities have unique properties that the manufactured goods or other goods don't have. So we will see about them. So the characteristics. The first characteristics is perishability of produce. So perishability means the ability to decay. So it cannot be stored for longer period. So our most of our agricultural and horticulture produces are perishable in nature. Then seasonality. So we are producing based on season. So we agriculture mostly depend on the climate. So when the climate is opt only, we go for cultivation of goods or crops. So there will be seasonality in production. So when in season the price will be very less for us, for the farmer. So because all the farmers will go for paddy production. So what will happen when they came into market, they will fetch less price. Then the third one is bulkiness of production. So our agriculture commodities are bulk in nature. So bulk in the sense they are large in size. So then they cannot be stored in a smaller place and they cannot be moved for easily for transportation and marketing processes. So this will make the transportation and storage cost heavier. Then variation in quality of produce. So we can say that variation in quality. So quality and the size also it will vary. So in a same form, when we go and see a fruit, namely guava, we can say guava. So in one tree we can find a guava that will not be similar to another plant, or that will not similar to the same plant also. So it will vary in size, taste, color, texture, like that. So there will be variation in quality, but it is not in the case of manufactured goods. So manufactured goods, when we take an example of a PVC pipe, so it will all look similarly, but our agriculture products will vary. Then irregular supply of produce. So our producers cannot so our producers cannot be given at a point of time. So they have to be produced, that will take time. So maybe 3 months or 6 months, like that. Then small size of land holding. So our farmers are having a land size that are around less than 1 hectare. The average land holding per farmer is less than 1 hectare. So all are marginal farmers. Marginal and small farmers are high. So they cannot adopt many innovative technologies. So that will create a problem. And processing. Many of our agriculture products need processing before consuming. So this all make the marketing process of our agriculture and horticulture produce very difficult. We will see one by one. So first one is perishability. So perishability varies from few hours to few months. So our few hours means, for example, our flowers, milk, etc., to few months, our grains or oil seeds, etc. Then perishability of farm produce may reduced by processing function. So when we say about milk, what we can do, we can pasteurize and we can store it. And then when we say about the fruits or vegetables, we can dry it, or we can make value added products, we can make sauces, or we can make some other products that will not, that can be stored for longer period. So this is the only way, the processing, to reduce the perishability of the products, but it cannot be made non-perishable. Okay, so these are all the example of our perishable products. Then seasonality of production, as we have told earlier, our agriculture depends on the water facility, temperature, wind, rainfall, solar radiation, etc. So it mainly depends on the climate. So based on the climate only the production happens. So both in case of high yielding variety or hybrids, when we use, or our traditional variety, both require the season and the water, etc. So for all activities it depends on this climate, and the climate is suitable at 3 time only. In our India it is 3 time only. So one season is our southwest monsoon, and one is northeast monsoon, and one more season they are going. So this 3 season only. So when this 3 season only they are producing, after harvest all will come together to the market. Thereby what will happen, more supply will be there. For example, when we say about this samba production, so in Kaveri Delta region, what they will do after harvesting in November month or September month, what they will do, they will go for samba production, or late samba production they used to call. So what they will do is they will grow the paddy again. So the rainfall will be maximum at this period. So many farmers will go for paddy production. So due to this, in January month they will harvest paddy crop. So in January month all the paddy harvested will come into the market. So what will happen, the paddy price will be very low. Since the supply is very heavy, the paddy price will be very low. So what will the price low means, the farmer will get affected. So that is the major issue. Then bulkiness of our products. So we know that our agriculture products are bulk in nature. When we put one seed for paddy, we get 100 to 200 seeds per plant, per panicle. So that is the bulkiness. So it is not in case of manufactured goods. If we put one small seed, like our pumpkin seed, we get big pumpkins. So around 5 kg, 10 kg, like that. So it makes the transportation and storage difficult and expensive. So it increases the price spread between producer and consumer. Then variation in quality of produce. So as we know, within the same farm we can see that small tomatoes are there and big tomatoes are there. So what will it will make us difficult for grading and standardization. So in order to get higher price, grading and standardization is very essential. So there is a difference between grading and standardization. So grading means grading based on size. Standardization means like how much quality should be there. So how much quality should be there. For a better understanding, we can say that, so standardization means ISO. So we are getting our products ISO or ISI, like that we are getting. So Indian Standards Institute will give recognition for the quality. So that is called standardization. Grading means just grouping the products based on their size, color or texture, like that. So due to this variation in quality, we have these difficulties. Then irregular supply of agriculture products. As we know, it is agriculture is season bounded, so it heavily depends on natural conditions. So we can't suddenly increase the supply of a particular agricultural products. So if we want to increase, for example, during this COVID-19 period, the onion price or tomato price skyrocketed to some extent. So it cannot be come down within a week or within a month. It has to produced by our farmers. So it will take another 3 months or 4 months, then only the price will get reduced. So we can see that a live example. Okay, for this we have to manage the supply chain. So supply chain is a concept where the supply is maintained to meet the demand throughout the year. So we will see them in later classes. Then small size of holdings. So we know that our Indian farmers are having lands, that is average land that is less than 1 hectare or less than 2.5 acres. So in 2.5 acres he cannot go for major adoption of technologies. He can't go for drip irrigation, he can't go for mechanization or precision farming, whatever it is. So since the land holding is very small, so it will make the policy makers also to estimate the supply difficult and create problem in marketing. So if they are all pulled together, what will happen? There will be large size of holding. They can use mechanized tools and they can go for marketing in a cooperative way. So that will make them benefit. Then processing. So our agriculture products, most of the products need to undergo processing. Then only it will be useful for the consumer. So paddy, we can't consume paddy as it is. It has to undergo milling process and the rice has to be brought. Similarly wheat. So almost all our agriculture products undergo processing function. Then the problems in agricultural marketing. What are the problems we face? The first and foremost problem is large number of middlemen. So there will be middlemen. So even when there is a small supply chain, there will be a middleman. So farmer to consumer, there will be lot of middlemen like local wholesaler or local trader. What they will do? Local trader will come and purchase from farmer, and from the local trader to another trader, from another trader to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer or processor also may purchase the product, and finally it will reach the consumer in some way. When this market intermediaries are high, the price of the product will be increased. The share by the farmer will be very less. The consumer may give 100 rupees for the product, but the farmer will receive only 50 rupees or less. So in most of the cases, so this is the situation when there is large number of middlemen. In our agriculture commodity, there are large number of middlemen. Then indebtedness. So indebtedness means the farmer will live in debt. So he has to depend on some middlemen. For example, he might have purchased or lend get credit from our local trader. So what, he has to be bound with him, so he has to depend him, and he has to make sales with him only. So he can't go for sales with other traders. So whatever the price he asks, he has to give, like that. Then small and scattered land holding, so as we have seen. Then inadequate knowledge on technologies, so our farmers lack literacy, so they don't have proper knowledge on how to use these technologies. So this is a foreign field where the drone technology or heavy mechanized tools are used, but it is not in our country. So our farmers are always in debt. So for purchase of inputs they require money, for selling the product they require money, for any agricultural operation they require money, and they will get it from some local middleman or local money lender, and they get trapped in the debt. Then forced sales. So forced sales, as we have seen earlier, we have, without any choice, he has to go for sales. Whether the price is high or not, he has to go for sale. That is called forced sale or distress sale. So to meet his consumption need, he has to go forced sale. Then lack of transportation. We see this road, so how damaged it is. So in rural areas this is the situation. So our transportation facilities are not much. Then lack of infrastructure for storage and marketing. So many villages don't have rural godowns or proper godowns for maintaining the agricultural products, or marketing yards also not there, so they can't market their products. And poor handling, packaging and packing and processing. So we see here, so our banana crop harvested, what they are doing is they are carrying it in a mini auto. So poor handling of our products, that will make huge loss to our farmers and our consumers also. Then post harvest losses. So post harvest losses, this accounts very huge amount. So in our FCI has lost 1000 crores or nearer to 1000 crores every year due to this post harvest loss only in food grains. So we, as an average, we lose 40,000 crores 40,000 crores per year as post harvest losses. So lack of uniform standardization and grading. So we know that our products are very difficult to grade and standardize also. And adulteration happens when there is large number of middlemen. Adulteration may take place. For example, they can get honey from a farmer, apiary farmer, but they adulterate it with jaggery. So in order to increase the color or increase the quantity, so what will the consumer do? Consumer will not purchase that honey. So this adulteration also is common in our Indian market system, and malpractices are happening. So some people will malpractice with the farmers and also to the consumers. Then market information. Our market information is not available for timely for farmers and consumers. The farmers don't know what the price is, or how the demand is, or how this the price is going to be, like that. So if it is, the extension should be there, market extension should be there. Then inadequate credit to meet the supply needs, so our farmers needs. So these are all the problems faced by our agricultural farmers. Okay, then now it is open